What is up, guys? Welcome on back into the channel. And as you all know, it is now October, the month of spooks and scary things. And today we're going to be doing something very scary. We're going to be playing one of the worst basketball games of all time, NBA Live 14. So this game for a while has been considered one of the worst NBA games to ever come out. It was the first NBA Live game that EA Sports released after NBA Live 10 and the canceled NBA Elite 11. So there was a lot of time where EA didn't put out a basketball game, and they came back with this one with Kyrie Irving on the cover, and it just didn't live up to expectations that a lot of people were hoping for, especially with how good NBA 2K14 was, which released around the same time period. BetMGM.com has a ranking of the best and worst NBA video games of all time, and here as one of the worst you see NBA Live 14. The graphics in NBA Live 14 were terrible when compared to games that were available from other publishers at the time. The presentation left much to be desired, while the gameplay felt like you were dribbling in knee-high mud. Overall, fans became less enthusiastic about the live game series, and this edition in particular is considered one of the worst NBA games to date. GameRant.com ranks NBA Live 14 as the absolute worst NBA video game ever, while ranking NBA 2K11 as the best ever, which I think most of us would agree with both of these. After the debacle that was NBA Elite 11, EA Sports had several years to try and right the ship. That was good because the previous game was so rubbish. Unfortunately, having more time didn't seem to fix anything. It made people less enthusiastic about the series and was considered a massive disappointment. You can see the ratings for it here on Metacritic. For Xbox One, a 36 out of 100. PS4, 43 out of 100. Game Informer gave it a 4 out of 10. IGN, a 4.3 out of 10. And it was actually so bad that EA Sports had to apologize for the game. Remember this back in the day when EA would actually apologize when they released a bad game? I'm not going to lie, it's been a rough week. As you can imagine, this isn't exactly the NBA Live comeback story we were hoping for this year. Executive producer Sean O'Brien said in a public letter, "We hear loud and clear that some of you are disappointed in various aspects of NBA Live 14. And I'm sorry if the game doesn't live up to your expectations." So here we are in NBA Live 14. You can see you have your regular quick play, Rising Star. I'm guessing this is like their career mode. Probably not going to look at this today, but if this video gets to about, let's say, 5 likes, I may try and check it out. So make sure to hit the like button on this video if you want to see that. But what we want to get into is the Dynasty mode. Play a career as an NBA general manager, and we're going to try and take the worst team in this game and rebuild them and see how good this Dynasty mode actually was. So you can start with your current rosters, you can do a fantasy draft, or you can do a redo of the 2013 draft class. We're going to go with the current rosters, leave difficulty on pro, 82 games, 7-game playoff series, 12-minute average quarters. We're going to go ahead and turn injuries off, just to make it a little bit easier on us. So the Magic are the worst team from last year in terms of wins. Their top players, a young Nikola Vucevic, a rookie Victor Oladipo, I believe, and also Aaron Aflalo, who's an 83 overall. So we have some good young pieces here after, the previous core of like Dwight Howard, Jameer Nelson, Hedo Turkoglu have all moved on. That whole group that made the run at the championship are gone at this point. We're basically having to rebuild from scratch, but we do have some good pieces, so I'm looking forward to this. All right, so here we are in the Dynasty. We have upgrade staff, training, simulate training, also have ESPN News. That's one thing that I did like about this game was it did have the ESPN presentation when you're actually playing the games, but I mean, that only takes you so far when the gameplay is not that good. You can trade players, put players on the trade block, look at upcoming free agents. Who is a free agent this next season? So Kobe Bryant, John Wall, Paul Pierce, Pau Gasol, Dirk Nowitzki. So a few good players. As you can see, like, Kobe Bryant's only a 90 overall in this game, so the ratings were a lot lower than what you would see in, say, 2K. So here we have our salary cap table. You can see here, Hedo Turkoglu, he's 34, 71 overall. His contract expires after this year. We have Jameer Nelson, who's under contract for a little bit longer. We have Aaron Aflalo, Big Baby Davis, who I don't know if y'all heard about this story recently, but it looks like he's going to jail. Victor Oladipo, who I think we just drafted. I think he's a rookie in this year. Have Nikola Vucevic, Tobias Harris. I forgot that he was on this team. Let's look at who are some of the free agents. You have Shannon Brown, Royce White, Seth Curry. Interesting. Marcus Camby, Delonte West, Steven Jackson, Lamar Odom. You have team roster. Here you have your player rotation, so we'll be messing with this here probably pretty soon. I definitely want Victor Oladipo to start right away. So we get to pick 5 players to train. Training your players increases their ratings. Coach rank, play time, and the player's age can all affect the results. Training can be simulated, but may not target the desired player. So we want to pick our young players. So Vucevic, Oladipo, Tobias Harris, and then we'll also throw Aflalo in there since he is technically our best player. And we'll also throw this Andrew Nicholson guy in there. He's only 23. So Oladipo got a +1 to help defense. Tobias Harris got a +1 to on-ball defense. Tobias Harris and Aaron Aflalo both got a +1 to defensive rebounding. He also got +1 to draw foul, dunking, and scoring in traffic. Wow. We can go ahead and advance to the regular season and get things started. We have to pick a team direction to start off with. So you can pick one of 3 directions, and those give you different goals. And if you meet those goals, you get points to upgrade your staff with. We're definitely not competing to win it all right now. Grow, improve, and compete. I'm not sure if we're ready for that quite yet. Rebuild for the future definitely seems to be where we're at right now. Some of the goals include reduce salary by 20 million, reduce salary to 10 mil below the cap, sign a free agent rated 80 or above, sign a free agent rated 85 or above, improve your young players' ratings by 1, 2, or 3, draft good rookies, get a top 10 draft pick, and get most improved player. Those seem all like accomplishable goals for us, so we're definitely going to pick this as our team direction here for this first season. So we have our first game of the season. I'm not going to play many games in this series, but I do want to hop in and just check out the gameplay a little bit with this team. Starting lineup going into this game, we have Vucevic, Glenn Davis, Tobias Harris, Aaron Aflalo, and Jameer Nelson.
I'm your host, Jalen Rose. The Orlando Magic are set to face off against the Indiana Pacers.
That is kind of cool to have Jalen Rose there. Again, I like that they have the NBA presentation. All right, let's see how this goes. Let's give it over to Tobias, see if we can get a screen here. And we're going to get a screen, and we tried to kick it in there to Davis. It's picked off by Danny Granger, and he's going to take it all the way back and slam it down on us. All right, let's just try and get it into Vucevic here. Oh, it's knocked away. Paul George shoots it with our guy right in his face and hits it. Okay, yeah, this gameplay is very bad. Tobias! Hey, we finally got points.
Sometimes on draft night goes down as a true win-win.
Yeah, this isn't very good gameplay, especially compared to what 2K was at the time and even today. What? George Hill just gets by me every... George Hill just dunked on Vucevic. All right, gonna try the pick and roll again here with Jameer Nelson. Oh, Vucevic gets a bucket. Hey, Victor Oladipo with his first bucket. All right, someone give me a screen here. Someone give me a screen. All right, someone come up and give me a screen here. There we go. Pull up with Oladipo. No good. Nicholson, rebound. Go back up, and he slams it in. Oladipo can't guard Paul George in the post. All right, Oladipo. We got to get this thing going. Let's get it going here. Oladipo driving and gets a lay-in. All right, Etuan Moore. Quinn's coming over, and it's blocked. Oladipo's got it. Come on, take it down the court. Take it down. Take it down there. Slams it home.
Just got a tough, long season last year for Orlando. Jacques Vaughn, a young coach, a lot of young players, some even acquired during the course of the year.
Oladipo deep for 3, and he hits it.
I thought he did as good.
So that's enough gameplay. We end up losing that game to the Pacers. Here's the ESPN news. The Magic go down to the Pacers despite 25 points from Nelson. So we get to do that training thing at the beginning of each month. So I'm probably going to keep training the same guys: Aflalo, Vucevic, Oladipo, Harris, and Nicholson. So the first power rankings of the year are out. Rockets and Heat are at the top of it. Let's see where we rank. We're probably near the bottom, and yeah, we're 25th in the power rankings. We're 5-8 so far on the season. So getting close to the All-Star game, and we actually had a player get selected to the All-Star game. Aaron Aflalo is going to be an all-star this year. We're getting close to the all-star break here midway through the season. Aaron Aflalo is averaging almost 24 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Big Baby Davis, almost 14 points and 7.5 rebounds. Tobias Harris, 11.5 points, 5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Vucevic is getting about 10 and 10. And then Oladipo is averaging close to 10 points. I think it might be time to go ahead and put him in the starting lineup for the second half of this season. So this is the rotation we're going to rock with for the second half of the season. Vucevic at 34 minutes a game. Tobias Harris playing the 4, 31 minutes a game. Aaron Aflalo, we moved him to the 3. That might not work out great for us, but whatever, 33 minutes a game. Oladipo's now in the starting lineup at 35 minutes a game. Jameer Nelson, our starting point guard, 34 minutes a game. Glenn Davis, 26 minutes. Harkless, 21. Nicholson, 16. And Moore, 10 off the bench. So we're running a 9-man rotation here going into the second half of the season. So we're actually doing pretty well here in the second half of the season. We moved all the way up to 10 in the power rankings, and we're actually above 500. So it looks like we're going to end up making the playoffs possibly. This is what it's all about, the playoffs. Smart choices, a strong roster, and your dedicated staff have brought you this far. Will they bring you to the championship? Magic clinch a playoff berth with last night's win. It's just nice to know it's official and out of the way, said guard Aflalo. That said, we have a lot of work to do. Final stats on the regular season, Aflalo ended up averaging about 23 points and 4 rebounds. Jameer Nelson close to 15 points and 9 rebounds. Vucevic 10 and 10 as a rookie, not bad. Oladipo averaged close to 11, 3 and 4. Glenn Davis 14 and 7 off the bench. Tobias Harris went up to over 11 points a game. And we finished as the 8 seed in the East, so we'll be taking on the 1 seed Washington Wizards. Wow, was not expecting that, but the Wizards are the number 1 seed. Heat are the 2 seed, followed by Nets, Bulls, Knicks, Raptors, Cavs, and us. But we'll be taking on the Wizards in the first round. All right, so we got us a nice little playoff bracket over here. So the Wizards end up sweeping us in 4 games to move on. That was expected. I mean, we're lucky to be in the playoffs to begin with. We overachieved, honestly, to get here. So would you look at that with Mark Jackson, the Golden State Warriors win their first championship a little bit early with Iguodala, Steph Curry, David Lee, Klay Thompson, Andrew Bogut, Maurice Spades, Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes, Jermaine O'Neal, Tony Douglas, Festus Ezeli, Kent Bazemore. So they have most of the core that they would end up winning their championships with, but it's a little bit before they actually did in real life. So Aflalo went up 1 overall in the season. Oladipo went up 1. Davis and Harris both went up 1 overall. Turkoglu went down 3 overall. Etuan Moore went up 1 overall. So here are the players that we could re-sign. Honestly, none of them are that good, so I'm just going to let them all walk, and we're going to save this money for free agency. We have about $20 million in cap room to use in free agency. So we're going to go in here to upgrade staff, and we're actually going to upgrade quite a bit here. We have injuries turned off, so we don't really need the team doctor that much. We're going to up our training a lot. So that's weird. So if I purchase C, I don't get the D2 benefit of training an extra player every time. That's interesting, but we do get great training benefit. So we're here at the draft. They make their first pick. We're just going to go ahead and skip to our pick here at 17. So we're projected to take this guy, Tim Little. He's a shooting guard, but he's tall enough he could probably play the small forward position for us. 21, we don't really know how good he is at shooting or anything. We didn't scout him that much. The best guy that we did scout is this Dave Alexander. He's a power forward, 7'1", late first round projected. Decent shot blocking. Not great rebounding for a guy that's 7'1". I'd expect it to be a lot better. Is he like an outside guy? All right, pretty decent shooting, actually. I think we're actually going to end up going with Alexander here. Just a 7'1" guy at power forward would be awesome. So now we go into free agency. And I like this. They have like these little free agency news. So Dallas is seeking an upgrade at small forward. New Orleans wants a point guard. So I couldn't pull off a trade, so let's look and see. Oh my gosh. John Wall, 23 years old, 85 overall is here. I mean, we got to go after him just to see if we can get him. We'll bump this up to about 11.5. Rather take less in order to be a part of an incredible organization like this. So did we get him? I think we got him. Yeah, we signed John Wall, so now we can definitely trade Jameer Nelson. And honestly, I think the rest of our roster is pretty decent. I don't really see anyone else we really need to get. Training-wise, we're going to go John Wall, Vucevic, Oladipo, Tobias Harris, Mo Harkless, and our first-round draft pick, Dave Alexander. So our team direction last year was rebuild for the future. I feel like grow, improve, and compete is where we're at now. We can definitely make the playoffs. Improve our record over last year, I think, is possible. I think this is definitely the route that we want to go this year. So Jameer Nelson's a little bit older. He's on the final year of his deal. I don't plan on bringing him back. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can get for him. So we're getting offered Garrett Temple. There's Raymond Felton. And he's got 2 years left on his deal instead of just 1. So I like this deal quite a bit. We also end up getting Cole Aldrich. even with getting 2 players, we still are going down in our overall salary. So we're going to make this trade. We're going to trade Jameer Nelson to the Knicks for Raymond Felton and Cole Aldridge. So here's our rotation for this year. We have Vucevic, Big Baby Davis, Tobias Harris, Aaron Aflalo, and John Wall as our starting lineup. Victor Oladipo will be our 6th man off the bench. Raymond Felton, our backup point guard. Mo Harkless, backup small forward. And then our first-round pick, Dave Alexander, will be our backup big, getting about 13 minutes a game. So John Wall won Eastern Conference Player of the Month for the month of November. He averaged 16 points, 6 rebounds, 6 steals. Oh my gosh, 6.5 steals a game? Along with 9 assists. Oh my gosh. Russell Westbrook got Western Conference Player of the Month with the Suns. What happened there? I have no clue how he ended up here. They must have traded for him. It looks like Oklahoma City traded Russell Westbrook for Eric Bledsoe, it looks like. And we're back in the playoffs. We won our division this year. So we ended up as the 3 seed in the East, taking a huge jump forward behind only the Knicks and the Bucks this year. Kevin Durant ends up winning league MVP this year. Marc Gasol, Kevin Love, and Ersan Ilyasova are also in here for MVP consideration. Stats for our guys in the year. Aaron Aflalo again led us in scoring, almost 22 points a game, over 3 rebounds and 2 assists. John Wall came in, gave us 16 points and 9 assists, along with 3 steals a game on the year. Glenn Davis close to 16 points and 8 rebounds a game. Oladipo took a step forward, 12 points, 4 rebounds, almost 3 assists a game. Raymond Felton off the bench, 10, 2, and 4. And then Vucevic back-to-back 10 and 10 seasons on the year with 2.5 blocks a game. So first round, we're matched up against the Brooklyn Nets. So we were down 3-1 in this series, but we've come back. We've tied it up at 3 games apiece going into a Game 7. Will we advance? And we do. We erase the 3-1 deficit to move on, and we are the highest ranking team in the East left. Wow, all of the top seeds got eliminated. Milwaukee lost to the Hawks in 7. Cleveland got beat out by Philly in 5, and then the Raptors beat out the Knicks in 5. Wow, that's crazy. But sadly, the playoff run ends here in the second round as we get beat by the Toronto Raptors in 6 games. Wow. So the Oklahoma City Thunder, after trading away Russell Westbrook to the Suns for Eric Bledsoe and also picking up Mo Williams, it seems. They also have Reggie Jackson and Andre Roberson here, a young Steven Adams, Serge Ibaka, and led by MVP Kevin Durant go on to win the 2015 NBA championship. John Wall didn't really go up in overall this year. Oladipo went up 1 in overall. Mo Harkless went up 1, and then Dave Alexander went up 1 to a 68 overall. So we do have some guys that we need to definitely re-sign here in Vucevic and Glenn Davis. So we get Vucevic back on a 2-year deal. So I think we're actually going to let these guys go, let Glenn Davis walk, because I think for this amount of money we can get somebody better in free agency, and if not, we can just bring them back. So looking at the free agents, there's a young Klay Thompson here. Gordon Hayward is available. Tim Duncan, 39 years old, is available. Only $3 million is what he's asking for. Definitely want to try and bring him in, get him. He's accepted your offer. Yes, so we've got Tim Duncan. Now the main guy we want to go after here is definitely Klay Thompson, and need a little more in line with his expectations before consider signing with your team. We will accept. He wants a 1-year, $5 million deal, definitely. So we brought in Klay Thompson on a 1-year deal. Also maybe bring in Andrea Bargnani. He's not really interested. So the roster for this year, we have John Wall, Aaron Aflalo, Klay Thompson, Victor Oladipo, Tim Duncan, Andrea Bargnani, Nikola Vucevic, Raymond Felton, Tobias Harris, and Mo Harkless, Dave Alexander. I think this right here is definitely a championship team. So 3rd season, our team direction is definitely now compete to win it all now. We need to make the playoffs, win our division, maybe finish the season with the best record in the conference, have players named to the All-Star team, win multiple games in a row. But yeah, this is what we're going after this season. This is the year where we want to win it all. So rotation for year 3, you have Vucevic at a 78 overall, Tim Duncan at the power forward, Klay Thompson playing the 3, Aaron Aflalo at the 2, and John Wall at point guard. Oladipo our 6th man off the bench, followed by Andrea Bargnani, Raymond Felton, and Tobias Harris. So we finished well below expectations. We were expected to compete for a championship, and we missed the playoffs. We went 35-47. Stats on the year, Klay Thompson led us in scoring with almost 22 points a game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Aaron Aflalo had close to 17 points a game. John Wall, 14 and 9 assists. Andrea Bargnani, 14 and 8.5 rebounds. Oladipo, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Vucevic, 8.5 points, 10 rebounds a game. Tim Duncan off the bench, 7 points, 5 rebounds. Raymond Felton, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Tobias Harris, 5 points, 3 rebounds, and about 1 assist a game. So the Spurs, after losing Tim Duncan, end up going on and winning a championship here in 2016 with Kawhi Leonard as their leader. John Wall and Klay Thompson and Oladipo both went up in overall this year. Duncan at 40 drops down to a 74 overall. So we are projected to have the 6th overall pick. So we move down to 7. The Lakers jump up from 8 and end up taking the number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft lottery. So we do have some guys to re-sign here. We definitely want to bring back Klay Thompson. We probably won't bring back Bargnani. Raymond Felton, I mean, do we have the money to even bring? He wants $11 million a year. I'm not paying that for a backup point guard at 32 years old. Tobias Harris, I do want to bring back. We'll sign him to a 5-year deal. The rest of these guys, I think we're going to go ahead and let them walk. Karl McDonald here, 2nd overall projected pick, A potential, 75 overall, 22 years old. But we also have Daryl Pope, B potential, 74 overall, 6'8", 20 years old. We're going to go with the center, Karl McDonald. A player like this only comes around every few years. I'm talking Chris Bosh type potential. So here are the free agents this year. I don't think we really have much room to sign anybody. So we brought in Damian Lillard onto the team. I think we're going to move our team direction back down to grow, improve, and compete this year. We seem to do better that year. I think we still could win it all this year, but we're going to set our goals a little bit lower this year. So rotation going into year 4 here, we have Vucevic at the center. Our top pick, Karl McDonald, 7 foot tall, will start at power forward. So we got 2 really big bigs down low. Klay Thompson at the 3, John Wall at the 2, and Damian Lillard at the 1. Aaron Aflalo coming off the bench, followed by Victor Oladipo, Tobias Harris, and Dave Alexander, our top pick from a couple of years back. Holy crap, Steph Curry got traded to the Bucks. What just happened? And the game crashed. So let's see if we can get this thing loaded back up here. So we missed the playoffs for the 2nd straight year in a row, going 37-45 on the year. Andrew Bynum ends up winning MVP with the Cavs this year. Klay Thompson averaged 25 points a game, 5.5 rebounds for us. Damian Lillard averaged 18 points and 8 assists. John Wall, 15 points and 6 assists. Aaron Aflalo, 12 points a game. Nikola Vucevic, 9.5 points, 10 rebounds. Oladipo, about 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists a game. The rookie, Karl McDonald, 7.5 points, almost 9 rebounds a game. And then Tobias Harris, 6.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, and about half an assist a game. So the Indiana Pacers with Carmelo Anthony, Roy Hibbert, George Hill, Tyler Hansborough, Quincy Pondexter, Manu Ginobili, Gary Neal end up winning the NBA championship. They went 44-38, but went on a hot run there, and Carmelo gets his first championship, it looks like. John Wall went up 1, Thompson went up 1, Lillard went up 2, Oladipo goes up 1, McDonald goes up 2, and Alexander goes up 1 to a 70 overall. Draft lottery, we're projected to go at number 8. We drop down to 9, and the Knicks end up getting the number 1 overall pick. So looking at the players we have here to re-sign, I definitely want to bring back Lillard if we can. We don't have the money to offer him what he wants, so we're not going to be able to bring back Damian Lillard. Let's see if we can bring back Oladipo. So we're able to bring back Oladipo and Vucevic, but we do have to let Damian Lillard go, sadly. I wish we would have gone ahead and just traded him. All right, so we're about to start the 2017 NBA season. This will probably be our last year of this rebuild. Hopefully, we can go all the way this year. Since this is the last year, we're just going to go ahead and set our team direction to compete now to win it all. So for the 3rd straight year, we missed the playoffs. We actually get worse this year, going 32-50. We finished 4th in the division this year. Klay Thompson had 27 points, 3.5 rebounds, 4 assists a game. John Wall, 18 points, 10 assists a game. Aaron Aflalo, 14 points a game. Tobias Harris, 11 points, 5 rebounds a game. Vucevic, 11 points and 11 rebounds a game. Alexander, 7 points and 6 rebounds a game. Victor Oladipo, only 6 points a game. So then Karl McDonald down to 5 points and 4 rebounds a game. And the Thunder end up winning the 2018 NBA championship with Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, Evan Turner, Bobby Parker, Sean Johnson, James Joyce, Alonzo Gee, Kendrick Perkins, who somehow is still around. They went 16-2 in the playoffs. Wow. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button. Also, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. It's completely free, and you can always unsubscribe later if you don't like me. But until next time, guys, I'm Brandon Satterwhite with Idej Gaming. Thank you for watching.